You want to know how I got this voice? Welcome to episode 2 of the ICHIBANG podcast. I'm really excited, of course, to have this one with you guys today. And just to anyone who's viewing the podcast episode for the first time, I really hope that you enjoyed today's video because it's essentially just going to be a massive, I say massive, but I don't know how long I'm going to talk here. As you can hear, my voice is fucked, but it's going to be like a really big, essentially like a rundown of my, of my concert experience at Stray Kids' the second world tour, the Maniac, the second world tour in Melbourne. Now, bro, as of course, I'm sure many of you guys who have been following the channel for some time know, Stray Kids are one of my favorite groups, just of all time. They are one of my favorite K-pop artists. And, dude, just like perceiving them, like being able to see them finally was surreal in and of itself. It was so surreal actually, to the point that like I kind of didn't feel it until I was there. Like I had to travel all the way from Brisbane to Melbourne, which is like I don't know, for me it's like a 5-hour trip, right? Like to get to my house and to do all of that type of shit. Dude, it took until like when we were lining up outside the gates of the concert, I was like, I'm at the Stray Kids concert. I was like, oh my god. I was like, what the fuck? It's finally happening. I couldn't believe it, but yeah, I'm just basically going to talk about that today and, you know, run you guys through some of what the events were that happened, some of the stuff, and even just some of my thoughts. I just kind of figured that for anyone wanting to hear about, you know, Stray Kids in general, and also for anyone who might have been watching or who might just want to hear a very hardcore Stays experience in a very unfiltered way, then yeah, I thought that this episode would be really good. I did actually want to do a concert vlog, but unfortunately I was a fucking potato head, bro. Like I swear to god, like I had my portable charger and shit. My portable charger was not portably charged. It was not charged, so it was basically just a fucking useless brick of no power to me. And so I was like, fine, I leave you in the car. And yeah, dude, by the time I like got into the venue and shit, my phone was just struggling to survive, bro. It was like, fuck you, man, how dare you neglect my battery like this? And so I only took what I could, but I figured maybe a podcast episode would make up for it. And of course, I've been posting some of the fan cams so far. Portable disappointment for real. And dude, you have to go. Let me just say, first off, for anyone who is ever considering whether or not they should go to a Stray Kids concert, whether you like boy groups or not, whether you like noise music or not, regardless, they are a group that needs to be experienced live. I'm actually convinced, like fully convinced now at this point. Not that I ever wasn't, but it's like beyond any, yeah, like there's no way that I would change my mind. Let's just say that Stray Kids are a group that, like, honestly, I feel like if people even remotely talk on them without having seen them, like if people are to speak negatively about these guys, bro, and they haven't even seen them, it's literally just a case of, okay, you fucking have no idea what you're talking about. Like absolutely nothing, because bro, first and foremost, my one thing that I took away from this entire concert experience was that they are the best artists that I have ever seen in my life. I've been on this fucking rock for 27 years, bro. I've been here for 27 years. I've seen like 30 plus artists. Probably, I think I was trying to count last night. I've seen like 34 artists over the course of my life, right? Even really over the course of the last 10 years since I was 18. I've been really hard into rock, been really hard into EDM, been really hard into hip hop, and I've seen some of my favorite artists, man. Some of my favorites. And they've all been amazing. I even last year went and saw Kepler. Like, for those of you guys who obviously are over here, they're also like a top ultimate group for me, bro. nothing compares. Nothing compares to Stray Kids, bro. Like, nothing compares to the experience that was that concert last night. The energy was just absolutely through the roof, both from them and the crowd. Dude, the way that we exchanged energy, it was like a tennis rally, ironically enough. They were literally performing inside a tennis arena. Nice little pun there, I know. But the thing is that, like, you know, they were like giving out and then receiving it back tenfold, and then giving it back out tenfold, and then receiving it back tenfold. Like, bro, honestly, we were the loudest motherfuckers I've ever heard in my life, bro. We would not shut up. You know what? At one point, Chan literally said, yo, it's been like 3 songs you guys are cheering so loud, and like for literally everything, he was like, yo, just like, you can take it easy. You don't have to cheer because you won't have any voice left by the end of the night. And then he impersonated, literally, I'm doing his impersonation right now with this voice. Like, he was like, you know, you're gonna wake up tomorrow and you're gonna be like, oh yeah, hey, how you doing? Like all of that type of stuff. Basically sounding like this. And he was like, you don't want to sound like that. And I was like, bet. And also, excuse me, Mr. Man, excuse me, sir, you've performed 3 songs. What makes you think I haven't lost my damn voice already? And I had. Maniac happened, and I was like, whoa! I was like squealing, bro. I was squealing. I was like, wow! Fucking Easy happened. Dude, Easy happened and I wanted to die. I was like, holy shit, dude, this is crazy. And so it was really, really, really fun, but the energy was just absolutely unmatched. Absolutely unmatched. But yeah, man, like, really moving through just that entire concert experience. The set list was amazing. For the life of me, bro, the middle of it is practically a blur. The end of it is even more of a blur, dude. I was so exhausted. My arms, dude, like my joints between like my shoulders and my arms, like, I'm in so much pain, like physical pain right now, but I regret nothing. Like, dude, I was jumping up and down and shit. I was like, you know, banging my head and all of that type of stuff, giving myself a headache literally on spot. Like, on site, straight up giving myself a headache. Bro, the music was so loud and the adrenaline rush is so real. Like, you don't know how you survive it. Dude, like, the music and the bass was so loud, that shit was like reverberating through my chest. And I was like, oh my god. I was like, oh my god. For anyone wondering where we were sitting, I think I posted it on the community post on YouTube. Let me see if I can get it up on here really quickly. Yeah, I think I can get it up here. Hold on. Hopefully you guys can see this, but basically we were sitting not that far away. Like, we were relatively close, man. Like, it wasn't that far. We had like a reserved seating and stuff like that, so we were just to like the left of just to the right of the stage from a crowd's perspective, but then like just to the left of the stage from theirs. And so like you could really clearly see the members' faces and stuff. And like there's this little runway just down here, and then like literally right here, which was right in front of us from my perspective. Like, I was sitting directly in line with, you know, like the middle stage, like the little island that's a little bit further out. And dude, the seats were impeccable. They were so good. They were so fun. And it was awesome to see them perform and honestly utilize the stage so much as well too. I thought that that was obviously really cool. But before I get lost talking about the seating, it was just awesome. The stage design was absolutely crazy. Like, they had that thing, and I'm sure most of you guys who have seen concert vlogs or have been to concerts of your own, are those very tall barricades for the standing zone? Yeah, there was like a standing / a seating zone. Well, it was like seated actually, but you could stand up if you wanted to, but they didn't have like just like a mosh pit type thing. It was essentially just all reserved seating, like for VIPs and stuff like that. They got what were called like hot seat packages and stuff. But yeah, dude, they had this mechanism, this thing that like moved down from the top. It had like, you know, these graphics that would light up on it. And then I don't know if you guys can see very well. I love how I was like, oh no, I'm gonna go away from the photo now, and now I'm back. They had like these things hidden under like these black like, I'll just call them covers. So under these black covers, and basically, man, like when Maniac was playing and stuff like that, they were like inflatable, but I think they were like mechanical as well too. And dude, like they were these massive spider legs and shit that were like, you know, doing this type of shit. And I was like, oh my fucking god, like dude, everything about the stage was just, it was awesome. It was so fucking cool to see that in action, and to see them really just like enjoying it and making the full use of it. It was really cool. It's the first time that I'd ever been to this venue. It's the first time I'd been to Melbourne in like close to 20 years, not gonna lie. Like I think the last time I went to Melbourne was when I was like 10, and that was like 17, 18 years ago. But like at this arena, the acoustics were really good, the seats were really good. The only complaint I really have about the night, just in general, was that like, just in our section, people, I don't want to say people were annoying, but like, you'd be like watching a performance or like filming a performance, and then randomly someone would just like stand up in front of you, and you're like, bro, you can see seated, like you don't have to stand up right now. And like I looked around the rest of the arena and no one else was standing up, but this group of people stood up, and then that meant that the group of people behind them stood up, and then so on and so forth, until I eventually had to stand up too. So that was kind of annoying. But there was a point eventually where Tan was literally just like, bro, just get up. It was before they were about to play Cheese, and they literally said like, just stand up, have fun and vibe, and then everyone got up. Yeah, indeed. That was me. Yeah, so it was really cool to experience just the actual arena itself, but the venue was really cool. The music was so loud, so incredibly loud, and it like was one of those types of things where like the bass is like, so it was just like, you know, like hard to breathe type vibes. I don't know if you've ever stood next to like a really loud, very bassy speaker or something like that, but it actually like, you know, it like makes it hard to breathe sometimes, and it really felt like that. It was so cool. But their performance was overwhelming to the point where it was almost like kind of suffocating. Like you were just 100% fully engrossed by them. It was like 2.5, 3 hours or some shit. I don't even know how long it was exactly, bro, but all I remember is the time escaped me. Absolutely escaped me, bro. I was just there. I was just there. I came in and I left a completely different person, mind you. Anyway, so it was really cool, of course, to experience that. But the set list was awesome. We had the songs that I can remember off the top of my head. We had OT8 Red Lights. Fuck, that shit was insane. They all had like the little like tie, the little like tether on them, which was amazing. So Maniac they opened with. I think they then went into Red Lights, and I think I can't even remember the third song. I think it was Easy. I think. Yeah, so we had Maniac. I won't go in order. Maniac, Red Lights, Easy. We had All In. We had Fam, the Korean version. We had Miro as well too, which was a band version. Fuck, that shit was insane. Oh, fuck, that shit was insane, bro. That was insane. We had Changbin's song Doodle, so off the Skids Replay album. We had Hyunjin's Ice Cream off of the Skids Replay album as well too. They didn't do Boxer. They did I say Easy? Yeah, I said Easy. They did God's Menu. Holy fuck, bro. Oh my god, bro. God's Menu, man. Oh shit, bro. That shit went off, bro. That shit. It was the live band version. Bro, I was like, I felt like the drummer was drumming in my damn ear, man. That shit was insane. Like, dude, I swear. The fact that God's Menu can be heard in like a live band version, yeah, like that shit just baffled me. I was bamboozled. I was caught completely unawares at just how hard that shit would hit, and it went so off. The band were amazing, by the way, and the boys gave shout outs to all of them, and I think that was fucking awesome. They be singing live facts. So that was awesome. Fuck, what else did we have? Oh, Top. Oh my lord, bro. My queen, Top. Bro, for those of you guys who don't know, Top was literally the first Stray Kids song I ever heard in my life. I was literally like one day in June of 2020, one day I was sitting down. I decided to watch Tower of God with my partner. And as we were both watching and shit, I was like, eventually after like 4 or 5 episodes, I was like, yo, who sings this opening? I was like, holy shit. This opening is incredible, just for anyone who hasn't heard the full story. I know a lot of you guys I've told this to before, but I was like, who sings this opening? This is amazing. And then it was Stray Kids. And I was like, yo, who the fuck is Stray Kids? I was like, what is that? And I eventually, I'd been in K-pop since 2014, but I wasn't listening to it too much between, say, like 2016 to like 2018 and stuff. So I'd really missed like a lot of like key debuts and stuff like that. And no, it's like, yeah, it was like 2017 and 2018 I wasn't there. There you go. And yeah, I was like, okay, I don't really know who Stray Kids are, but I want to listen to this OP, like the full thing. So we'll see how we go. And then I searched them up, and I found out they're a K-pop group, and I was like, hey, yo, what the fuck? I was like, holy shit. And like, I speak Japanese too, as well as Korean and English. And I was like, dude, their Japanese is impeccable. I was like, holy shit, dude. Like, literally, if I closed my eyes, I would think that they're Japanese artists. And so I was really shocked by that. And around the same time, I'd had the idea to create a reaction channel, because I kind of always wanted to try it out. And as a result, Top was literally one of the first Stray Kids videos that I ever reacted to, and it was their first song that I'd ever heard. So I have such immense emotional attachment to this song that when it came on, bro, I'd heard rumors that it might be in the set list. When it came on, bro, I was holding back tears. Bro, I was holding back tears, because do you know what, bro? They sound amazing. They sound amazing. It was so glorious. It was really grand. We had the live band version. It was the Korean version, but as you'll see in my fan cam, I was singing the Japanese version. It was the Korean version, so they're singing in Korean on the stage and in my fan cams. I was like, kono omoi yo, like trying to sing along with the JP lyrics and shit. And dude, I was loving that shit. It was amazing. So Top went off. Thunderous, oh Lord, Thunderous, as expected. Queen shit. Backdoor went amazing. Oh, I would love to just remember more songs, but yeah, it was a blur. They went crazy. They went absolutely insane, and I thought that the set list was just perfect. It was a really good showcase. Side effects as well too. It was a really good showcase, I think, of all of that stuff. Did they perform Ta as well? I don't think so. Not from what I can recall. I think I would have recalled Ta as well, though, because Ta is just acid. That shit is pure flames. But yeah, overall, the set list I thought was absolutely freaking amazing. It was a perfect way to showcase what it is that they're capable of. We did Muddy Water as far as the unit stages are concerned. Dude, we did Lonely Street. Fuck, that shit was good. They were like on this little island. They were on the island. Like, bro, like they were like in the island and stuff like that, like the island stage and stuff, and they were like, the street is desolated, like we were like, you know, hands up and shit, like still astray. I've still got the video of that to post, but that was amazing. So I enjoyed all of that. I really wanted to see Three Racha perform Three Racha. Fuck, I would have died. I would have been pain, bro. Like, I straight up would have just, I see you later, I'm out. I would have left the earth, the stratosphere. I would have been rocketed through it. But yeah, dude, Lonely Street Live was absolutely freaking amazing. But they did a brilliant job. I think just overall, the set list, wow, the set list, the way that everything was planned out, was really, really good. Stage design, the sound engineers as well too. Everyone that had a part to play, I think, in putting this concert together, really brought together, I think, the essence of what Stray Kids are and what it is that they want to show themselves as and what they embody. And I think that that's really important. And so they absolutely killed this shit, man. I thought it was fucking sick. Beyond the set list, though, I just have to talk really quick about just them, bro. Like, man, I said this before, and I've said this, you know, even in previous concert experiences that I've shared and stuff like that. But these boys are literally the epitome of duality, in as much as when they perform on the stage, they devour everything. And when I say they devour, I mean they just take over everything. They take over the stage, they take over the crowd, they take over the entire arena. They devour it like it's theirs, and they take it all in. And what they spit back at you is just like a combination of like the most insane choreography with some of the most insane live rapping I've ever heard, bro. Holy shit. Chan is insane, but dude, like, Han going off, oh, dude, I've called him a submachine gun before earlier on in my reactions as well too, and I said that just, you know, purely based on his speed and stuff. His ability to do that live is mental. My man is literally just a submachine gun. He's nuts. Changbin can spit until the end of days, and so can Felix. Hyunjin is just, oh, like the way that they rap is just brilliant. Their vocals, their live vocals are so good. The way that they sound is just perfect. And I mean, I know a lot of people are like, you know, heaps of people have criticisms of different artists and whatnot about to what extent they sing live or whatever. Keep Stray Kids' name out your mouth when we're talking about that shit. I don't know if people do have them in their mouth or if they don't. Just keep them out of it, because you're wrong. Like, dude, if you want performers, if you want artists that, you know, just come and bring absolutely everything every single time that they perform, this is the group. They are absolutely mental performers. They are maniacs indeed. Versus when we have intermissions between songs, oh dude, yeah, I do jeongin. I'll talk individually about the members, and I'll talk about the members that surprised me in just a little bit. But dude, dude, the intermissions are insane. These dudes are so stupid, bro. They are like, they devour everything, but these dudes are literally just the epitome of crackhead energy, bro. Like, I swear to God, they are such idiots, bro. Like, they just clown each other constantly. And the best part is that, like, you can just tell that it's so authentic. Like, they just have such love for each other, man. And they have such a love for, I think, not just each other, but also what they do, and also their fans, that they feel comfortable just being themselves. And you can totally see that, man. Like, I mean, like, you know, we had the intermissions and stuff, and like, I think it was, yeah, Felix. Yeah? Wait, what was it exactly? Wait a minute, where am I? Where am I? Yeah, okay. It was Felix, Hyunjin, Changbin, and Han, right? We were all like you know, they were together because they were going to be performing Muddy Water and stuff like that. And Hyunjin was like, you know, he was about to sing Ice Cream, and he's like, oh, I've prepared, you know, a sad song. And then everyone was like mocking him, like the other members were like like crying and shit like that. And then, you know, he even like imitated them as well too, which was so hilarious. But then, you know, he was doing that, and then Changbin had his thing of like Doodle coming up and stuff, and he was like talking about, you know, Doodle and just you know, like rapping the chorus and whatnot. And then he'd finish the actual performance, and I swear, bro, these dudes are just on one. Like, they just on some shit, man. Like, Han asking all the unnecessary questions, bro. He's like, chicken noodle, and then we're talking about like doodle, noodle, and then Han's like, I like poodles, and then fucking like Hyunjin comes in, my man, like straight up just, I search on Google, and I'm like, bro, I swear to God, y'all just need to move on. Like, let's get on with the performance. But they just out here clowning, bro. They do their thing. They straight up just make their own entertainment. Like, they don't need to be entertained. They don't need external stimulation. It's just, they are it. They are everything. They're the whole package. They're so funny. But there was that, and then, dude, fucking Seungmin, this man stay provoking people, bro. I swear. Like, if we're talking about members that had a profound impact on me, Seungmin is 100% one. Dude, this dude is so funny, bro. Like, dude, like, you know, waiting. Was it Waiting for Us, did it? Was it Waiting for Us? Bro, I can't even remember anyway. What's good, bro? Miss you too, man. Anyway, they were performing their unit song, right? And like, dude, Seungmin stay provoking people, man. Like, you know, every single time there was a chance for Chan to be made fun of, Seungmin saw that shit, jumped on it immediately, bro. He was just like, old man, you're old. How's it feel to be old? Like, that type of vibe. And I was like, bro, what are you doing? Like, damn. Yeah, I think it was Waiting for Us. He was like, yeah, man, this old man, he's a good singer and like stuff like that. And then Chan and Minho were about to perform Drive, and he was like, all right, well, these two old men are gonna perform for you now and stuff like this. And I was like, what the fuck? And then he was like saying that, you know, they really want to come back to Australia and stuff like that. And you know, Seungmin was asking Chan, I can't remember exactly how it went. I'm just paraphrasing, but basically the conversation went to the effect of like, you know, we need to ask the old man as to like whether or not we can come back here. And Chan was like, which old man? Because, you know, Seungmin had been calling him old man all night. He was like, old man JYP or old man me? And I was like, bro, we clowning JYP again, bro? Like, we going again? Because we'd already done that, you know? We'd already done that earlier in the night. Like, he was like, yeah, JYP, he takes good care of us and stuff like that. And everyone was laughing. He's like, no, for real. Like, he takes good care. Like, old man JYP, he's cool. Anyway, yeah, like Seungmin was like, no, JYP's son, like you, because you know, he didn't want to call him old man again. And I was like, damn, bro, these guys, man, like straight up. Yeah, dude, to Seungmin, I must be fucking ancient, bro. Like, I must be dead. I must be dead to Seungmin. Like, dude's just so funny, man. Speaking of, actually, just real quick, just about how funny he is. Bro, one of the best moments of the night was the very last moment of the concert. He's like, you know, all the members were saying their goodbyes, and everyone was like, no, don't leave, like, you know, come back, please stay with us, and like, you know, perform longer and stuff like that. And you know, like, they were, I've still got this photo up. They were actually like walking out from like behind here, so they were like, you know, disappearing behind this screen and stuff like that from the stage. And yeah, basically Seungmin had he'd started singing See You Again by Charlie Puth. And he was like, it's been a long way without you, my friend. Like, you know, doing all that shit. And then we got to the chorus where it was like, tell you all about it when I see you again. I'm sorry, I can't sing regardless anyway, but it sounds especially bad right now. Like, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. And we had a little moment, you know, like, we were looking at him and stuff like that, and he was like looking up and we could see his face on the screen. Everything went silent for a second and he just went, ha, and then left. That was it. Like, tell you all about it when I see you again. He's like, ha, and then left. And I was like, oh, that's it? That's how it ends? It's like, my dude literally just laughed at us and then he's gone. He's like, peace. I was just like, holy fuck, bro. Seungmin is hilarious. Yeah, dude. His little SpongeBob laugh, and then he's gone. Hilarious, but yeah, dude, they are literally the epitome of duality. They will devour the stage, and then next minute they will just be like literal children. And one of the best parts is that Chan just takes it all in his stride, bro. You know, he just takes it all in his stride, and like they know how to have fun. I think, you know, like. The other funny thing is that, you know, prior to Drive, I do actually have like a video of this as well too that I'll share at some point. But prior to Drive, because like, you know, they use auto-tune for that, like where they were, you know, like getting like a hold for the auto-tune and stuff like that. He was like, yeah, can we get the auto-tune for a second? And they were all like, like they were like messing with it, basically just being fucking idiots, bro. Like, you know, they're basically just messing around and being playful and shit like that. And like Mino had hit like a really, really pretty falsetto like when he was doing like a cover and stuff like that, because he did a cover. I can't remember what song it was, bro. Once again, for the life of me, like, it's a blur. It's a dead ass blur, hey. But he hit like a really nice falsetto, and then at the very end of the performance, Chan was like, hey, wait a minute, hey, that was a really clean falsetto. Can you do that again? And so he like did it again and stuff like that, and I think he got like embarrassed like halfway through it. So he was like, and like just started messing around and being a dork, bro. And I'm like, bro, this is just like 1 minute I'm fully engrossed, and then I'm kimchi slapped across the face, and just I'm back to reality, and we just laughing at them out here, bro. Like, we're laughing at them, they're laughing at themselves, they're laughing at us laughing at them. It's just, I don't know, it was hilarious. So anyway, that was brilliant. As for members, I've got individual thoughts on each of the members, which I'll share now. Now, dude, Chan, I love this man so much, bro. Like, he is such an entertainer. You know, from the start, I've always known that Chan has been really like the backbone of Stray Kids, and like, you know, he's the glue that holds them together. You know, for better or worse, right? And the thing is that seeing him on stage and like listening to just how he talks and like, you know, seeing him perform and stuff like that, he is just beyond incredible. I feel like I could honestly rant about it for, you know, like a full 30-minute video in and of itself, just about how incredible of a performer I think that he is. But to summarize it, Chan is just born for the stage. He is born for the stage. He is born for a leadership position. He is just perfect for it. Like that, like literally, yeah, he just looks like he was made for this. Like, he was made to be doing exactly this, and nothing less. Absolutely nothing less. And yeah, man, he's wholesome, he's sweet, he's fucking hilarious too, bro. Like, you know, he was trying to teach, you know, like random Australian slang and stuff to the members at some point. Like, they were trying to teach far out. Far out is basically like, oh my god, in Australia. So people are like, oh, far out. Anyway, he was trying to teach that to the members and stuff like that. You can only imagine how well that went down. And yeah, they were like using it all throughout, you know, the entire night, which kind of segues me to Han a little bit. Dude, this man is so funny. This man is so funny. Han is hilarious because, like, you know, we did the little far out segment and stuff like that, and then anytime something happened that was like, oh my god, worthy, Han would just go far out. And I was like, fuck, man. This dude catches on so quick. It's great. So I loved that. But yeah, dude, Chan is just an incredible performer. He's obviously had some moments where man was showing us the ice cube tray, and it indeed is a fucking ice cube tray, bro. This man is so fucking handsome. It's insane, actually. Like, he is so beautiful, bro. Like, dead ass. He is so handsome, and I was like, holy shit, this man crazy. Like, the visuals be visualin', let's just say that. But on top of that, like, he seems like the most humble dude, bro. Like, he's the most humble person. He's really down to earth. He's super real about everything that he does. And I think above all else, though, you know, above all of the other stuff, I think that's, you know, obviously really easy to observe. You can just tell that he loves everything that he's doing and everyone that he's doing it with, whether that be the members or stay. You can just totally tell that he lives and breathes this, like, this music, this performance stuff, this being an artist. It runs through his veins. If you couldn't already guess it based on the way that they produce and what it is that he does and how hard that they work, you can see it through this. And I think that was just something that visually really touched me. I was really stoked to see Chan's passion just for this, and all of their passion, I think, for this really kind of like spill out on stage last night, because that's I guess the best way of being able to put it. Going on, bro, Han, absolutely incredible, man. Like I said, he's absolutely hilarious. He can talk forever, and I think last night he was even overwhelmed to some point where he was saying, like, you know, he was like, 갑자기 내 영어가 왜 안 나오지? Like, he was like, why is my English not coming out right now, bro? Like, I'm trying to explain myself, and he's really good with English and stuff like that, but he just couldn't think. Hey, he was just, man was all over the place. But he was hilarious. He was so entertaining, so funny. He's got the brain of a 10-year-old, bro. like dude's so easily amused. But when he talks and he's like really serious and stuff, he speaks with such sincerity, and you can really see and feel. Once again, I'm just gonna say this for all of them, because it's true, literally, for all of them. You can see and feel the love that it is that he has for, you know, all of his fellow members and stay, and just what he does as well too. You can tell and see that passion really come out through his performances, though, because this man is insane. One of the best rappers that I have seen in any performance whatsoever. And he is a testament to the fact that the label of idol rapper does not apply to Stray Kids. They are straight up just rappers, bro. Like, you know, once again, I've seen rappers, I've seen hip-hop artists and stuff like that, some pretty big ones as well too. And I'm telling you right now, man, like, it's got nothing to do with the fact that, you know, I love K-pop and that I love Stray Kids and stuff. But if you're just trying to recognize based on talent alone, then realistically, if you're looking at like Stray Kids' rap line, you can't deny it, especially not having seen them perform. Not after having seen them perform, sorry. Han is just incredible. He's got such a beautiful voice as well too. But yeah, I always kind of wondered how they didn't like mix up their Japanese and Korean lyrics sometimes for certain songs, and he accidentally messed up the Korean lyrics of, I think it was Case 143. Oh yeah, they play Case 143, by the way. Oh, they did Venom, by the way. That was the other song. Yeah, they did Maniac to Venom to Red Lights. You see, it's all coming back to me now. Yeah, he accidentally sang the Japanese lyrics for Case 143 instead of the Korean ones, and he was like, oh my god. So that was also another really funny part. But yeah, man, he's insane. I think that he is absolutely fucking brilliant. Moving to Changbin, dude, this man, once again, is funny as fuck. I'm just gonna be a broken record, but this man is so funny. Dude, they were all laughing at that shit, bro. Every single member is exactly how you see them, whether it be variety content or reality content, or even like their self-produced, like, you know, vlog content, the skids talkers and stuff like that. They are literally exactly the same people, bro. Exactly the same people. They channel that energy so naturally, because that's who they are. You know, they don't even really need to act that out. But yeah, just just seeing Changbin just in the flesh existing was hilarious, bro. He was so funny, and I think that it was really cool to like see what was going on with him. I mean, once again, Seungmin, the instigator, you know, fuck, something was happening. I can't remember exactly what performance it was, but like wait, what was it? What was it exactly? Yeah, so there was something about like someone said something about like sriracha sauce, and then Changbin chimed in. And he was like, no, like sriracha sauce, like that's ours and stuff like that. And then he was like, it's got 0 calories. And then Seungmin turned around and he was like, you should eat that. I was like, bro. I was like, bro, holy fuck. We clowning each other like this, bro? Like, what we doing here? It was hilarious. But Changbin, he's just always at the scene of the crime. Let's just say that. Binny's always at the scene of the crime, bro. He's always the one that has been murdered, or he's taken part in it. You know, he's always there in some capacity, or he's just a witness, and he's a sus one at that. But once again, you know, listening to him talk, listening to him speak, you can always tell that, you know, this is just part of his personality, and that he is super sincere about everything it is that he does. And once again, you see that through his performances, the way that he raps, the speed at which he raps, the diction, the power that he has when he raps is insane. And choreography wise, once again, this goes for literally every single one of them. They're goated. They are absolutely fucking goated. So it was awesome to see Changbin. I think honestly, I was really surprised about Changbin, but I've always been new, rather should I say, that he is absolutely amazing. I've always felt this way about Sriracha anyway, and just OTA really, but yeah, it was awesome being able to actually finally see him. I thought that was amazing. Also, dude is buff as fuck. Dude is buff as fuck, and he is handsome, bro. Once again, goes for every single one of them, but dude is beefy, and I was like, damn, that's a superhero man right there, bro. Like, what would you do? Something happens to you, Changbin's the one who comes and rescues you. What would you do? Die. You wouldn't be saved. That'd be a death sentence, bro. That'd be crazy. Anyway, Changbin was amazing. Speaking of death sentences, though, Hyunjin. Oh man. Oh Lord. How would I put into words Mr. Hwang Hyunjin? Honestly, bro, during the concert, it was pretty much just like no thoughts, head empty type vibes. But what I have to say about Hyunjin is this. He is exactly what you would hope. Exactly. Like, it's really difficult to explain. For me, seeing him was something I couldn't really like perceive, because as you know, this man's my bias, like big time. And the way he performs, even when he's just like fucking around, it's like top tier. Like dude, there were points where, like, you know, members are like running around the stage, like, you know, jumping up and down and shit like that, and man's just like doing isolations and shit by himself, like, you know, at the corner of the stage and stuff like that, and he's killing this shit. Like, it comes so naturally to him. It's like a language that he's known all along, you know, like the language of his body, the way that he knows how to move his body and dance. It's like a language that he's just known for his entire life. And you can once again really see that the fruits of his efforts and his training, and also just his raw talent, really comes out. He's got a beautiful voice, bro. Ice Cream, I loved that shit. Fuck, I ate that up. Oh, that was amazing. I absolutely enjoyed that. I do have the fan cam of it over here if you guys would like to watch that as well too. But I absolutely loved that. I thought he was really something. Just on top of that, like, I don't want to get too DB, I don't want to get too down bad, but let me just tell you, this is the most beautiful man I've ever seen, bro. Like, I'm telling you, like, He's the most beautiful man I've ever seen in my entire fucking life. Hey, like, dude, you can just tell. Like, you can just tell, man. He takes such good care of himself, and I was like, this man needs to be protected at all costs. Let's just say that all of them do. But yeah, dude, seeing Hyunjin just really, I still actually haven't quite like processed that yet. I don't feel there's still a lot for me to like mentally sort through in like, you know, this mental file cabinet of like what it is that happened. But seeing him perform was just surreal. He's an absolutely incredible performer. I think if anything, he just dominates the stage. His stage presence, it like leaks out of him. Like, I don't really know if that makes sense, but it leaks out of him. Like, he can't contain it. He can't contain it. He just unleashes that shit, and you just like, what the fuck is that? You know, honestly, it's like you just kind of see light surging from this man, and it's crazy to consider just how talented he is. But yeah, talented nonetheless. And I'm so happy that this man is like literally like one of my old biases, bro, because it's just, I was kind of patting myself on the back too. I was like, man, I fucking know it. Like I love my biases, bro. I was like, this is why, man. This is why I didn't choose you. You chose me, man. Like, I didn't really have a say in the matter, but yeah, man, he is absolutely amazing. He's gorgeous, but also on top of that, as a performer, incredible. And naturally, you're gonna hear me say this for every single member of Stray Kids as far as their performances are concerned, because they're goated as fuck. But yeah, dude, he was really something. Minho, bro, woo. Mr. Lino himself. Once again, one of the most beautiful humans I've seen on this planet. Bro, don't talk to me about jeongin, bro. Oh, bro, facts, dude. Minho is insane. Everyone underrates his vocals and just his abilities so much. This guy has such a beautiful voice, and it's something I think that you purely just need to hear live. Like, please, if you ever have the opportunity to go and see them live, like whether it be securing tickets or you have the opportunity to like physically be able to go or afford it, please do it. Like, if you have the choice to press the yes button or the no button, fuck the no button. Like, it's a yes. It has to be, because you need to experience Lino's vocals live. His vocals live and his dancing is just incredible, dude. Like, he all round is indeed an all-rounder. He is an ace. He has just got everything fucking covered. And like, dude, I swear to God, whenever this man appeared on the screen, his facial expressions are just out of this world. His facial expressions are out of this world. And I was like, bro, who the fuck are you trying to kill? Like, who are you trying to murder? Ain't no one gonna be able to come to your concert if we're dead, bro. Also, really happy kid in Let's Go, bro. It was crazy. Absolutely crazy, man. But yeah, look, Minho was incredible. I think he is definitely one that surprised me a lot. And on top of that, he's just funny. Like, he just kind of takes everything in his stride as well too. You know, like, he gets called an old man and he's just like, hey, yeah. Like, he just, you know, Chan's the one who like provides a reaction. Like, you know, Seungmin gets a rise out of Chan, but Minho's just like, anyway, moving on. And I just really like his personality, bro. There's a lot more to see and discover there for me, and so I'm really fucking pumped, bro. He's just incredible, though. I once again, I will say this until the end of the earth, but yeah, he's amazing, and I can't wait to just even go back and actually like watch their MVs more and watch their performances and kind of like relive some of the ones from last night, especially because you know, that was nuts. Now, the last three, I think, were the ones that actually caught me by surprise the most. Bruh. I'll save the one who surprised me the most for last. Jeongin. Dude, Jeongin he is not a child anymore, bro. My man is all grown up, and you know what? Once again, one of the most beautiful guys I've seen in the world, bro. He is so cute, bro. But also at the same time, this man's so handsome. The way that they take care of him, but also the way that he has like grown into the artist that he is now is wild to see, especially through even just the content that I've seen of theirs. Being able to see him perform like this in this capacity was really something for me, and I was like, bro, like this just kind of goes to show that like I think he's had like one of the craziest progress arcs with Stray Kids in general. Like, you know, realistically it's not been linear at all for Jeongin. Like it's really just been exponential, and like he is my dude is like not even peaking yet, you know. He's not even like at the top of, like he's not even at like the, you know, the top, like it's not even like this is his peak and that, you know, he can't go any further. Like he has got infinite amounts to be able to go, and he is just turning into and has become such an incredible performer. His voice amazing, his choreo amazing, but even just the way that, you know, how can I put it, the way that he supports Stray Kids as a group, as a whole, on top of the way that he shines individually, I think is huge. Like he is like a key joint without which, if he was missing, everything would everything would come undone, bro. This is honestly the same for every single one of them, but it just goes to show like every member of this group is crucial. And like, dude, Jeongin, like he once again just oozes charisma, but he's got this something about him, I think, especially like, you know, with his confidence and where he's at right now. Like he just is out there to eat. He is out there to devour. He is out there to eat, and Lord, does he do it. Lord, does he do it. He is insane. Definitely got a super underrated vocal, but he is absolutely incredible when he shows it live, and I loved that. I think on top of that too, he's a real character. He's really funny. He's just sweet. Let's just say that. He's just really sweet, bro. He's really, really, really sweet, and I hope that Jeongin knows that everyone fucking loves the hell out of him, because as they should, bro. Yeah, he's absolutely amazing. Seungmin, I talked a little bit about this earlier, so I don't need to recap, but dude, Seungmin, he is just an instigator. This man is just an instigator. Like he is out for a rise from everyone, bro. It doesn't matter whether it's Stray Kids themselves or even stays, you know. He is out for a damn rise, and he is competitive AF. Like, dude, after the unit performances that happened, we had Muddy Water and Waiting for Us, right? So we had like, it was Waiting for Us, right? Yeah. So we had like yes. Anyway, dude, I'm fucking cooked. We'd had like, you know, the two teams like finally come back together, because whilst each other got changed, they were entertaining us with their individual unit songs and stuff. But then like they came back, and then, dude, like Felix and Seungmin were just, you know, they were just going at each other's throats, bro. like there was like this competition that they wanted to have and stuff like that. And Seungmin was like, all right, well, out of the two songs, like, which one do you think was better, Muddy Water or Waiting for Us? Scream if you thought Waiting for Us, and stuff like that. And so, like, you know, Seungmin was like walking down like the little island, like, you know, like the little strip and stuff like that, being like, waiting for, like, you know, like, come on, it was us, it was our unit and stuff like that. And, you know, like trying to get the hype, like the crowd hype and shit. And it was funny because then after that, Felix was like, all right, do you think Muddy Water was better? Scream. And everyone was like, bah! Like people were screaming for the other song as well too, but like for this one especially as well, they were like, bah! And then the moment they heard the screams, Felix was like, yeah, we won, whoa! Like, you know, Hyunjin was like on the ground being like, oh, thank you, and shit. Like all of that was fucking hilarious. They're so dramatic, bro. They are such drama queens. But then after that, like Seungmin was like, hey, you can't do that. Like y'all are cheated and shit like that. I'm paraphrasing once again, but they were like the little back and forth, like the banter between each other. Dude started it. It's like, bro, my man started it. Like, what do you expect? Anyway, he was absolutely hilarious. Like character wise, he's the one that shocked me a lot. I was like, yo, like I've always been a really big fan I think of Seungmin just in general. But dude, yeah, last night just really changed, I think, how I see him, and just it actually like evolved how I see him, if that makes sense. Like nothing needed changing, it just added on like fuck tons more information to the point where I was like, dude, he is a top wrecker. Like this dude is a top bias and a bias wrecker at the same time. Vocally, dude is unmatched. His voice is so beautiful, man. His voice is so beautiful. It's godly, it's heavenly. But I mean, we all know that. So I'm not saying anything new there, but his personality really drew me. His voice sounds absolutely incredible live, just as good as it does when it's recorded. He is indeed a lot more outgoing, and I think that's a confidence thing for sure. Like he just backs himself with everything, and I think that's awesome to see. And once again, choreo-wise, bro, dude kills it. I think that Seungmin, much like jeongin as well too, it's just at the moment they're not there, God, do you fucking notice, bro? Like literally, they are so indispensable to this group. It's not even funny, but they just have a charisma and a charm, I think, that you just absolutely need in this group, and I absolutely love just being able to see them in that capacity last night. I really feel like my feelings for jeongin and Seungmin became like a lot, like I mean a lot stronger. Like the amplification was fucking heavy. But bro, the one who shocked me the most was none other than Mr. Sunshine himself, Felix, bro. This man is fucking insane. This man is insane. Last night, he was in his element. Bro, I don't even know how to put it. Like, dude, Felix, like, how can I put it? Sometimes I think that people don't talk enough about what it is that makes Felix, if that makes sense. Like, a lot of people, I think especially new stays, and it's understandable too, like, it's obviously, we're not trying to, like, gatekeep or anything, and we shouldn't, because people shouldn't do that. But I think a lot of people just notice his deep voice and go, oh, deep voice, yes, like, I'm all over that. And trust me, his deep voice sounds fucking incredible. Agreed. But I feel like there's a lot of, you know, commentary that I see from certain people that doesn't really extend beyond that. And I feel it's a massive disservice to him because, bro, like, this man, when we're talking energy, power, and effort, this man is it. Oh, this man is it. Oh, Victory Song they played last night. I just got reminded. Victory Song is a perfect example. He just would not stop attacking. He was like relentless. Yeah, exactly. He was relentless in terms of like how he would come at you. Like literally, just when you think that he had like put in all of the energy that he possibly could, he would turn around and he would come back and he would punch again, and he just kept going and going and going, and it's an onslaught, and you just go, yo, do you not like do you have a body, bro? Like, are you not tired? Do you have just infinite stamina? Do you just have infinite like hype? He is incredible. He is incredible as an entertainer. I think he's like the pinnacle of what you would want to see as an entertainer. He just 100%, I think his energy is that wild. I just kind of got hypnotized by it. And I was like, dude, holy shit, I can't take my eyes off you. Also, speaking of not being able to take my eyes off him, I say again, this man is one of the most beautiful men I've ever seen on this fucking planet. And I'm not joking, bro. You see this man, I see him, like, if I see him, bro, I'm dead. I'm dead. Like, I'm dead, you know? Gone. Melting. Evaporated. Thanos snapped. Collapsing. He is incredibly handsome, bro. Handsome's an understatement. What the fuck? Is there a better word? Is there a better word? Facts. Is there a better word to describe Felix than handsome? Handsome just doesn't cut it, honestly. It doesn't cut it. Insane. But beyond that, once again, his choreography is just nothing short of brilliance. His vocals are literally just like, they're either a punch in the throat, like Muddy Water, bro. They're either a punch in the throat and you just get knocked down with that, or you ascend. You get punched in the throat, or you ascend. And you just like, what is happening? What is happening? What is going on? Like, where am I? Am I living or dying right now? What's going on? And Felix is just, you know what? That's a pretty good comparison. Felix is the epitome of heaven and hell rolled into one, bro. He can be an absolute demon and yet simultaneously be an absolute angel. Dude is literally heaven and hell. It's crazy. On top of that, one thing I loved about him was just listening to him talk. You know, some people are really well spoken. Some people aren't necessarily as well spoken and stuff like that, and that's okay. But I think that this is where I think the charisma thing comes from, and that is that for Felix, charisma-wise, he just has everything. Facial expressions, the way that he appears on stage when he performs is one thing, but when he's just talking, like, you're just so engrossed by what he's saying. He was talking a lot about how happy he was to be back in Melbourne, and, you know, how happy he was to be back home even, and Tan even expressed the same thing, and, like, you know, the fact that they were, you know, just super happy to be performing back in Australia, but, you know, he was like, we're aware of, you know, how hard Melbourne was hit by COVID and the lockdowns and all of that type of stuff, but we're so glad to be here with you and to, you know, kind of relieve that stress and relax. And everything that he said just felt so sincere. Like, you know, it's not like he was just up there and saying it because, like, it's his job, you know. Like, he was literally up there and expressing, like, a really, really pure and really clean heart. And he's just super down to earth, I think, in that regard. For anyone who doesn't know what down to earth means, it's basically just, he's super real. He doesn't disguise or need to, like, sugarcoat anything. Like, he just, like, he says it how it is, and the way that he says it, I think, is in a way that's really, really easy to digest. He was super hyped and he was so happy to be there, and you could tell it, you could hear it in his voice, like, you know, sometimes with, like, the, you know, the confidence that he spoke with, his voice booms across the microphone too, like, dude booms. And he was just stoked to be there. Now, I've always loved Felix. I've always loved all of the members, man, and I always will. There's never going to be any change to that. But last night, I actually think that I had a moment where I was like, yo, I'm being bias wrecked. I'm being bias wrecked on the fucking spot. I am being bias wrecked on the spot. And, yeah, pain. That's where we're at now, bro. We got a line now. We got a biased line now. Yeah. Yeah. My bias line is pretty much, honestly, just an extension of what it was when I first got into Stray Kids. But as expected, my first biases were, I'd, like, flip-flopped between, like, you know, Chan and Felix and Changbin as well too, and, you know, Hyunjin and stuff like that. But realistically, bro, like, Hyunjin and Felix, these two are just absolutely there. It's just crazy. Like, Felix, I love that man, bro. I absolutely love him. His personality, everything about the way that he is, the way that he talks, the way that he performs, he's just incredible. You have to see Felix live. You have to. It's amazing. I think kind of running on from that a little bit, and I hope that I didn't ramble for too long about the members and stuff specifically. I didn't mean to, but once again, I could talk for ages about this. I've been talking about Stray Kids just for an hour, and I could talk for an hour more if I wanted to, but just talking about the members in general, the group. Last night really, I think, changed the way that I listen to music. I don't quite know exactly how to put into words what I mean yet, but I've always loved Stray Kids. I know that sometimes some people are like, why aren't you able to, like, get to enough of their content or anything at the moment? And that's just purely because there's a lot of things that I really enjoy doing and stuff like that. And, you know, there's been certain things which sometimes I'm behind on, and, like, you know, say Skids Code, for example, and I'm like, oh, I really want to catch up. But there's so much ahead of me, and it is kind of like daunting, you know, when there's like so many things for me to watch. And let's be real, Stray Kids are fucking content machines, bro. Like, I swear to God, anytime one thing's dropped, 10 other things drop the next day. You catch up on one thing, and then you've got 10 others, and then you go, damn. You're like, fuck. And so for me, from that perspective, I've been taking things like, you know, kind of slow, but I've always had this very burning desire inside me to, you know, want to actually like start catching up on other things Stray Kids related. But I think, you know, like that aside, I've always loved this group, bro, ever since I first heard them, and nothing is going to change with that. But I'm telling you right now, after seeing them live, there's like a fire that has just burnt even brighter inside me regarding them, and it's just insane. I just don't even know how to put it. Like, you know, sure, some people classify alts as different or whatever. At this point, I don't even have alts. I just have favorite groups. If you're a favorite group of mine, it means you have a profound impact on my life and you make me extremely happy. And Stray Kids are one of my absolute favorite groups, bro. They make me incredibly happy, bro. Their music speaks to me in a way that I really can't explain very well, but I can always try. But after seeing the performance last night and seeing everything that I'd like hoped that they would be, and not only be delivered on with that, but and more, it just really made me feel honestly like very emotional afterwards. Not to the point of like tears, but I just felt really touched that I got the experience to like see them, and that I got the experience to like even just listen to them, you know? Like, there's so many artists out there that exist in the world for different people, you know? They exist for different people at different times too. But Stray Kids are an artist that I found completely by chance, and it's like fate. It just fell into my lap. Like, I was just watching a show one day, and then I heard them, and I went, oh my God. And since then, it's just been a snowball. And to just kind of go full circle with that, having discovered them, like, you know, 2.5, 3 years ago now. And then, you know, I'm finally able to see them here. And, you know, they were able to perform in the way that they did, considering that, like, even in the last year, they've grown so much. But the Stray Kids that I knew in 2020, they don't exist anymore, bro. They are completely different. They have evolved so crazily. And there was even a fan video in the concert that said, when did you all... Oh, bro, that's actually kind of making me emotional. Yo, that made me tear up last night, low-key. Like, that fan video, bro. Like, there was a fan video. I don't even know if it was a fan video, but there was a presentation that was basically, like, documenting everything since they last came here for their Unlocked tour in 2019, which was 4 years ago. And, yeah, dude, the video was long because they've achieved so much. And, bruh, I hope I don't choke up. Like, literally, like, the words at the end of the screen were like, when did you all grow up to be so big we can't even hug you anymore? And I was like, bro, that hurts. I was like, that hurts, because I'm so proud. I'm so proud of them, bro. And, like, being able to see where they've come from just since then, like, you know, thinking back to, you know, God's Menu era in 2020 to, you know, Case 143 now, and everything that they've done and dropped in between then, the amount of music that they've dropped, the amount of awards that they've won. And, you know, all of the awards and everything are one thing, but just the amount of people, like, hearts that they've touched, and the amount of people that have felt drawn to them, saved by them, or inspired by them in some way, I think is amazing. And yeah, it was really, really, really cool to see. Yeah, right? And it hit the feels. It was so cool to see. They really appreciated that as well too. But, you know, like, just, yeah, it just kind of like ignited this fire, man, where I was like, bro, I'm never gonna stop loving and supporting this group. Like, they're always gonna be my favorite. Always. Like, I have such a connection to them, in terms of like what they mean to me, in terms of like what they did for me, without even really knowing what they did. Maybe they do. Maybe they watch some of the videos. Maybe, I don't know. But there's actually something about that I have to tell you guys about in a second too. But yeah, it was just nuts to see them live and to see them perform. It was insane, and I absolutely loved every single second of it. I didn't want it to end, but it never ends, because they will be back at some point. I know that, and I will be going to see them again. I can promise you that, bro. I can promise you that. But yeah, man, I do plan on, obviously, just in case anyone happens to be wondering, I do plan on always continuing Stray Kids content over here, so it'll always be here. It'll always be over on, it'll always be on Patreon and stuff like that as well too. There's more stuff that I want to get to, and honestly, I think that this is just like lit that fire under my ass to be like, fuck it, there's tons of shit, but let's just power. Let's just go. And I think one thing I can kind of tack on top of that is that, you know, even with my own stuff, even with my own life and stuff like that, Stray Kids inspire. I'm so inspired by them. They have an ability to, you know, touch the hearts of people in ways that I think that sometimes maybe they can't even completely comprehend. And yeah, last night I just felt so inspired, bro, and I still do feel inspired, and I'll keep that feeling and you know, carry it even to the next concert with them. But I was so stoked to see them, bro. Like, my old boy group for a reason. They are up there for a reason. They are literally one of my favorite artists that I've, you know, just ever been able to like follow, ever had the pleasure to follow, and they are literally my favorite artist that I have ever seen. They killed that shit. So a massive thank you to Stray Kids. They probably might not ever see this, but a massive thank you to them for an amazing show, and just for being literally the best guys ever, bro, because without them we wouldn't be here. And you know, it's just wild. Like, Stray Kids everywhere, all around the world. Indeed, you make Stray Kids stay, but Stray Kids make stay, right? They made stay. It's crazy. But anyway, last little bit. There was one moment in the concert where I think that I truly had a moment of panic. Now, how do I put this, by no means do I consider myself a large YouTube channel, you know? By no means do I consider myself that. You might be thinking, what do you mean, Locke? What are you talking about? Like, what are you getting at? What's following this? There was a moment where we were, you know, like I told you guys, there was a moment where I was like sitting literally like right, like, you know, I was sitting like clear view, like directly side on to the little island, like that, you know, secondary stage, like kind of out a little bit further into the crowd. And basically, like, I was standing up. I can't remember what song was playing for the life of me. I'm sorry, bro, I should have documented that shit, but like, my phone was dead by that point anyway. I couldn't, like, this thing had fucking given up on me, and I was like, fine, bro, see you later. But basically, like, we were vibing. There was a song that was playing, and like, they, you know, the members, as they always do, were like running around the stage and having heaps of fun and stuff like that. And myself and That's So Kelvy, some of you guys might know the homie Kelvy. You guys might know my man. If you don't, go and check him out, because dude is an absolutely incredible guy, and also absolutely loves Stray Kids and really enjoyed this event as well too. But we like were standing together and stuff like that, and naturally, being two reactors, being two YouTube content creators and stuff, we were really happy to be there. We knew a few other reactors who were there. I think the only other main one I know was Melanie Reacts from YouTube as well too. She's a fellow Aussie, a fellow stay. I haven't really ever like gotten to know her like that yet, but it might be cool. It might be cool to say hi. So maybe if there's ever another event or something like that, we could say hi. But yeah, I'd seen that like she had a lot of fun at day 1 and stuff like that, and day 2 she was sitting down in the hot seat stuff. So she was sitting in front of, so like say the island comes out to like here. I was sitting off, wait, I can't, green screen. I was sitting like off to this side. Melanie was like sitting like right in front. So like me and Kelby were like over here, and then Melanie was like right in the front. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. So she's got the hot seats and stuff like that, and we're over here. So I was like, damn, the reactor's got some pretty good seats for day 2. And I was like, it'll be cool to see what her fan cams are like. I think she's posted some of those over on her channel, so go and check them out if you haven't already. But there was a moment. There was 2 moments, but there was a moment where we were standing up, we were vibing. I was like vibing and shit like that. Had my arms, my hands going up and down like this. And Chan, straight up, walked over to the side of the island and stuff like that. Peered a little bit into the crowd. The lights were on, so like we could see like you could see the crowd and stuff like that. And man's literally like squinted and went and pointed. Now, I checked behind me a little bit and I was like, wait, okay. Basically, long story short, I looked and it was like direct line of sight. Like, I know that this sounds kind of crazy, and I know some people, especially if it's like dark, it's like a black crowd or something like that, like say it's like, the lights aren't on, then I mean, sure, naturally you'd be like, some people are like, oh my god, they're waving to me, but they can't see who's there and stuff, right? But dude literally like was dancing, and then he stopped, and then he looked and he pointed, and I could like see down this man's arm, and like I saw his face, and I was like what? Like, I was thinking in my head, I was like, did he point at me? And I was like, maybe he was pointing at Kelby. And then, because Chan watches reactors like that and stuff like that, and he's done this before, and so do Stray Kids just in general. But it didn't even really occur to me at that point. I was just like, did he just like point in my direction or something like that? I was like, what the fuck? And then it kind of like, I was thinking about it a bit, and then I was like, maybe he was pointing at Melanie. And then I was like, wait, but Melanie's not even here. She's like sitting at a different area. And I was like, who else is at this concert then that's like I was like, is there anyone else? And then I was like, nah, surely not. Maybe I'm just fucking cooked. Anyway, so I let it go. A minute later, so man, broke off and was dancing and stuff like that. But I was like, hey, because, I was just still vibing. Anyway, man, broke off, walked away for a little, and then came back, stopped again. And I was like, hey, and I was pointing at him. Also, mind you, Kelby also had the same thought. Kelby thought that Chan was pointing at him. And so I had no idea at this point. I just thought in my head, I was like, oh, no, I'm crazy. He wasn't pointing at me. Like, I thought he was pointing towards us. Even though I saw like I felt like I met this man's eyes, and also like direct line of sight down his arm, and it was like pointed directly at me. Kelby also thought the exact same as well too, but we hadn't talked about that. We hadn't communicated that. The second time he came around, he stopped again, and he went and pointed directly, like literally directly at the two of us, like this. He went and did the little salute thing, and I was like, nah, bro, what's happening here? What's happening? What the fuck just happened? I was like, no, okay. See, I was on some shit before. I thought I was crazy. I thought I was crazy. And then Kelby looked at me, and I was like, did you see that? And he was like, bro, I thought I was crazy. Was he pointing at us? And then there was another person who we were with. Who was 3 seats over, and she leant over, and she was like, yo, he just pointed at you. And I was like, you think so too? I was like, you think so too? And I was like, I just, like, the crazy part is, right, the only way I can reason this, which is why I will hold on to this copium, right? The only way I can reason this is that all of the members were waving and, doing these types of motions. They were all doing that. Even Chan was doing that, right? Like, they were waving and greeting the crowd and stuff. But nowhere else, and to no other direction, directly, And at no other point in the concert were people pointing. Was he pointing? No other place. There was no other place. And I was like, bro, I've been sitting here. I've been watching. Why'd you point then? For what? And so I'm holding on to this Copian, bro. Maybe he saw us. I'm going to say he saw us, bro. Maybe he's seen a YouTube video. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. But either way, dude, that shit was lit. That was exciting as hell. But it made me really happy. Xiaoting pointed at me too. Is it just a pointing thing, really, at this point? Like, Xiaoting from Kepler pointed at me too. Like, we had a fan sign at HYUPOP Fest, like a high wave, sorry. And I was like, hi, Xiaoting, like, you know, I love you. Like, I love your stuff and stuff like that. And she was like, oh. And I was like, there's no way someone goes, oh, if they don't recognize you, surely. And so for him to go like, and also having heard other reactors' stories where he's done the little salute, like, who the fuck's saluting random members of the crowd, bro? Right? No, tell me, who is saluting random members of the crowd? Who's doing that? And I was like, this man knows, bro. This man in LKZ for real. Either way. Yeah, I don't know. It'd be cool to hear him talk about it at some point. The concert, and see whether or not that's actually the case. But the pointed man. But yeah, dude, it just was a really fun way to top off the night. I think just in general it was really vibey. But Chan pointed at us, yo. Oh, me and Kelvy, bro. And I was like, nah, I'm crazy. Had one of those moments, bro. But anyway, overall, it was an amazing concert experience. I once again just want to say, and I cannot talk about it enough, but like, it is 100%, it is 100% necessary. It is 100% necessary for you to go and see them if you have the ability to, you know, you need to. They are incredible. I loved every single moment of it. And I'm looking forward to sharing more of it with you guys through some of the extra fan cams I've got. Dude, some of them I took, and bro, my phone was just not having a day. I was on low battery, and like, the music was so loud that sometimes my speakers were blowing out. Like, my mic was like, and so the audio is not necessarily that good. But yeah, I really hope that you guys enjoy the fan cams nonetheless, and I hope that you enjoyed episode 2 of ICHIBANG as well. Now, we've got, like, I think it's 154 Stray Kids reactions over on this damn channel, and plenty more always on the way. So do keep an eye out for more Stray Kids videos. Let me go and check how many do we have exactly over here. Let me give this a suss real quick. 152, soon to be 153. So if you guys would like to catch more Stray Kids reactions and just go and obviously follow the journey, do feel free to go ahead and obviously subscribe if you guys enjoyed the vibes. There's more over on Patreon, and there's more always coming on Patreon as well too. So I hope that you guys can, of course, look forward to that. Stay tuned for everything as far as that type of stuff is concerned. But until next time, I just want to say thank you so much for listening to my concert experience. I really hope that you enjoyed the little podcast episode, and yeah, once again, apologies for not being able to do a concert vlog per se, but I'll blame my phone. Phone is the scapegoat for this concert experience. But until next time, take care, love and appreciate you guys as always. Yes, you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.